So, I have a question here. This one right here. And I hear that it is a thinker.
I'm running out of things to say for these openings. Like, we're gonna pull a question and answer. What the fuck do you want from us?
And that I should be very afraid of what I say on it. Which is funny, because you think I should be very afraid of what I say to you guys in general, because I have divulged a lot to you people without thinking about it.
Today's question is, what's the worst lie
you've ever told?
And did you get caught?
From Miles Matkovich on YouTube.
You can also go on YouTube and fucking ask us questions like this horrid one that we're totally gonna have to answer because you asked it. And that's how this goddamn show works.
I have to tell you, this is a very heavy-handed question. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to have very different responses for this one.
I don't know.
I've told some lies where if I say this in front of the camera, I'm for sure probably gonna get into some huge shit.
There's a few.
I mean, I'm sure Tim's done some shady shit that he just right off the top of his head.
And I'm not proud of a lot of the things I've done in my life, but, you know, I've done lots of good with it as well.
Oh, God, please. You know, if there's any mercy, please just give me some mercy right now. I'm going to need it.
The first thing that comes to mind right off the top of my head, we're going to take a long and storied journey back in time, at least 10 years, probably 12.
This one's a lie. And it is a lie. I'm not gonna even say it's not a lie. It's just that I'm sure I've been caught, but I wouldn't know whether or not I've been caught.
Thinking back to high school particularly, I did a lot of dickish things in my youth, and one of them that rings to mind, and I've not told anyone this tale, so you're gonna be the first to know outside of the couple people who happen to be walking by and the other person who's involved. And yes, I very much did get caught, and you'll see why I got caught here in a moment.
Oh! Never mind. It's suddenly come to me.
Well, the one lie that I can think of would be my 7-month-long lie about how I was working another job and didn't tell my dad about it.
Back in high school, I pretty much never talked to anybody, and except Chad, and like that was pretty much it. In all of high school, I think I only muttered words to Chad and like maybe like one other person.
People always try to like go and find me and like want to hang out and like meet me and like, oh, let's go on Facebook and try to talk to him and like, oh yeah, we'll plan things and we're always gonna go and, you know, go out on say Sunday. All right, yeah, sure, let's go out, let's hang out on Sunday and we'll have drinks or something.
This is really fucking stupid, and I kind of think I already told this story for another question, but I used to work at a coffee place, very high profile. Not very proud of the work.
I did not talk in high school. It was not a thing I did at all, and yet somehow I still managed to have females who were interested in me, which, you know, that's kind of cool, I guess.
It concerned me with having to use my car, which is a company vehicle from my dad's, so I was afraid that my dad would have a problem with me driving the company car around and getting into an accident.
There was a specific girl, I want to say it was like 10th grade. I guess this shows my dickishness that I do not remember very well. I do not remember her name, but if you're watching this, I do apologize.
And the Sunday comes and I forget, or, oh man, something came up.
The whole deal was, like, after so many minutes, I don't remember, I think it was 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you were supposed to throw out that coffee, and then, you know, you were always supposed to be making new coffee. So 20 minutes was like the shelf life for the coffee. You'd throw it out.
But there was a particular girl who happened to one day walk up to me, and she asked me to go to a dance with her. Now, I do not dance at all. I do not dance. I made this vividly clear to this young woman that I don't dance. That was the reason I said, no, I don't dance, okay? I do not dance.
Plus of the fact that with me making some extra money on the side, that I'd probably be having to pay more bills.
I don't plan to dance unless it's for entertainment purposes on this channel. That is the only place I will ever dance, okay?
Well, I didn't give no one there. I'm going to be 100% honest. No one there gave even the remotest amount of shit about that job.
I don't dance. So I made this vividly clear to this young woman, but she's one of those people who refuses to take no for a goddamn answer.
And I know this going into it. I know this the minute I say, yeah, sure. I don't know why I do it. I think it's for the game now. It's just funny, which is terrible.
Okay. All right. So eventually, she asked me many times in the lead up to this, probably at least 10. And after that point, I was just getting massively pissed off that she would not leave me the fuck alone. Not that I had a problem with her or anything, I just don't dance. You know, you could have asked me literally anywhere else and I would have been fine with it, but you chose a dance and I don't do that.
My dad found out about this job within this past month in December from one of my coworkers at my other job. You know who you are. I've already spoken with them, so they already told me what happened.
In my brilliant scheme, I decided, what the hell, I'm gonna just say yes and not show the fuck up.
So we just let the coffee sit around all the time. You know, we barely mark the pots and, you know, stuff would just happen. If somebody complained, time to throw it out, and we'd throw it out and make new coffee.
I'm the biggest flake, pretty much, in general.
Night of the dance, I was sitting at home playing video games.
That just makes me a compulsive liar? Is that a thing? Is that a disease? Do I have a disease? I'm probably diseased.
As you can imagine, this pissed her off royally. So the next day at school, I learned a valuable life lesson, which is to not do that. And I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, because like there's literally no escape from this, because that's not something you could lie about and just get away with, because that person's gonna know you're not there, obviously.
My dad came into my room one day and he's like, by the way, do you have another job? I'm like, what?
So I didn't have a cell phone either, so they're not gonna contact me. And no one knew where I lived.
He goes, yeah, I was talking to one of your coworkers and they said that you have another job. And that's when I pretty much had to break it to him and said, yeah, I had another job.
Well, this one woman came through and she's like, I need a whatever size, however she liked her coffee, and make sure it's the freshest coffee you have.
Oh, that's gonna be on YouTube now. And people are gonna totally gift that. Just gonna say, I'm diseased.
Next day, she walks up to me, does not say a word, and luckily the hallways were mostly empty at this point. There's a few people walking around, but does not say a word, just walks up to me with the most livid look I've ever seen on a human being's face, and she took her hand and just whoosh.
Now, back in the day, that immediately just set off my, oh, you fucking bitch alarm. So I pulled a pot off of the back of the burner that was sitting. I don't know why it was sitting there. It was just, this coffee had been sitting there literally half the day. It was hours old.
I don't think I've ever been hit so hard in my life. It was very, very painful, and she almost knocked me on my fucking ass, and she just walked away.
But anyways, so, I don't know, I probably got caught. I'm assuming that I got caught, because I've done it so many times with so many people. I'm doing it right now, to be honest. I probably said it like 2 hours ago.
So she rolls up to the window and give her coffee, and like without any hesitation, she pops open the lid and takes a drink, like right there in the window. And she's like, this is the freshest coffee you have? And I was like, yes, ma'am. I just brewed that probably about 10 minutes ago. And she takes another drink. I'm gonna need more cream then.
I'm sure I'm gonna come off as a bit of a dick here, but I'm hoping she also learned a valuable life lesson in this, in that you need to learn to take no for a fucking answer, because eventually you drive people to the point of madness, and they come up with shitty ideas to appease you and make you go away, and then they get slapped across the goddamn face.
And just like, okay, here's some more cream, and she paid and drove on her way.
The good news is that he was fine with it, which I felt so relieved after that, because I loved working at my other job compared to the one other job that I work at right now, which is a piece of shit.
No, I didn't get caught, and that's probably the worst, because I mean, like, everyone there just took a massive shit all over the quality of that very well-known establishment.
That's my lie. And I've probably been caught. And it definitely will be now. So I guess the moral of the story is stop trying to hang out with me, because it's just not gonna happen.
Everyone could have just been happy if you just went away and chose someone else to go to your dumbass fucking dance with you. So if you're watching this, I do apologize, but I do hope you learned something from that. Yeah.
Unless I already know you. Even still, that's a lie, because I still do that.
I'm actually quite proud of that one, because fuck that woman, man. Like, you're gonna roll up into my place of business and, like, tell me how to do my job? Granted, we didn't at all. We didn't do our job, but it's the idea that, like, oh, you know better than I do? Fuck you. Here's fucking 3-hour-old coffee.
That's pretty much it, and that's all you're gonna get from me too, because I am not going to go into any other kind of lies.
Well, Miles, thank you for that fantastic question, because it was quite the doozy. And if you want to give us more questions, you can just put that down below, right there, or you can like and subscribe so you know more about WitY.
They could put it on, we got other stuff too, right?
Yeah, like
Twitter,
Facebooks,
Facebook.
the
Yeah,
twits.
get us your questions any way possible. We'll probably just put up Chad's Snapchat, and you can Snapchat us questions.
That's true. I don't want to see your ass.
Just put the
Like-
question right in the crack.
Like, oh, it would be like, yeah, do you like my ass? And I'd be like,
I've seen better.
maybe. I mean, granted, over 18. Putting that there right now.
Well, they could still send it to you. It would just be
I'm
like,
not
I don't
gonna
like
see
this
it.
one. You could just say, I don't like this one, and then
That's fair.
then you're off the hook.
It's good fair. It's fair. I guess, I don't know. We'll figure that out in court.
Yeah. How would you be able? Like, we wouldn't be able to know anyway.
It's a good point.
That'll be our greatest lie, is saying that we liked young ass. But anyway, why don't you just go ahead and tell us your biggest lie in the comments?
Yes, we're interested to know what you told everyone was a lie, including us, because if you lied to me,
Yeah,
probably get over
that'll
it.
have to be your answer.
you know.
Is I lied to you about the previous comment.
Excuse me, I'm gonna just jump in here real quick. WhatsItToYa Productions does not condone anything that we just said here. Thank you very much. I'm gonna step back out. All right.